What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you a beat I made right here. And a special thing for this beat is I sampled like a acapella freestyle thing. I'll show you the sample right here. I got right here from YouTube. You might know JMB Juvie. I got it from him. I've already sampled one of his freestyles, like the famous one where he says she get wicked. That one, you've probably seen that one on YouTube, on TikTok a lot or somewhere. I'll just sample this one as well. I'll let you listen to it real quick and then I'll show you how I made the beat. So this is the freestyle right here.
Should I leave, should I stay and just embrace the pain? Will they be here for me or will they go away?
So I think you get the point, but yeah, he just kind of goes on and does that whole thing right there. So that was a video and I just took that and downloaded that into MP3 real quick. First thing I always do when I download one of these samples is I try and get it into the right tempo. So I try and find the right BPM, and it's probably always the most hardest part for me, but luckily, like when he's like banging on the desk and all that, it kind of like gives you the BPM with that. I know, it just kind of helps you figure out the BPM easier. So what I did was I just brought it in, as you can see right here is the first thing I used, and I cut it up, and you know, just few cuts up right here, but I try to like find the perfect tempo. And how I do that is I mess around with the BPM. I try and make sure that it like as you can see these like spots here where he's like clapping onto the table, he's knocking onto the table, that hits at the same time as the clap would hit. I actually started off with a different BPM. This is actually just like way higher BPM than what I started off with. I like double timed it after, but I started off with something like down here, and this is how it was sounding like. And that's it. That's like the first part I used to loop that whole thing. I later on came back and found this part right here that I ended up also using.
Should I leave, should I stay and just embrace the pain?
So I ended up using both of those parts, but the main part, as I just showed you, is this right here. So yeah, that's the main part I used throughout the whole beat. As you can see, this is the whole, that's like going almost pretty much throughout the whole beat. So after I have that and I have it on sync on the tempo, which like I said, is you just have to do that by messing a lot up and down here, because it's pretty hard to figure out, and like there's no like software that's pretty much going to figure that out for you. I mean, on FL Studio you can try it. I have a video on that if you want to check that out, how to like find out the BPM of normal samples, but for samples like this it's kind of hard. And so yeah, so after I had it on tempo, what I did is I just quickly took this audio file and then went like this, and then just quickly exported that. So you know, just exported that. So yeah, after I exported that, this is what I had. As you can see, that's much slower. That's because I actually already turned it up to this BPM right here. And so yeah, if you want to mess with the BPM without messing up the timing of the sample so that it starts sounding off beat as soon as you mess with the BPM, is after you've exported it, first thing you want to do is press stretch, and then press on pitch and press reset. And so if you do it that way, it will always stay in the right tempo no matter how much you change the BPM. So yeah, as you can see, it already has some effects on it. I'll quickly show you that. First effect I put on it was actually auto tune, and how I figured that out was also just with messing with the just messing through the different keys. And then I also just went into auto key real quick. It's just like a plugin that actually automatically figures out the key for you. I used that as well, and I ended up figuring out that it's D minor, and so I put that on there. I don't have too much auto tune on there, just a tiny bit. I also put some EQ on there, just cutting out all of the sounds that didn't really fit in there, cutting out a lot of the lows. Put in another EQ that really like takes out all of the highs and all of the lows, kind of like a radio effect. Then I put the de-esser on there, a compressor as well, a fruity limiter, a lot of reverb, and some delay. So pretty much all the effects that you would put on like normal vocals, yeah. But also like just with the radio effect, so it's more in the background. So that's all I did for the sample. And yes, this is how it sounds like again. I also took the sample one more time and copied it down here. Then I clicked on this right here and pressed make unique, and then double clicked and pitched up all the way so that when you play it together it sounds like this. After I had that was all I did with the sample. And so the next thing I needed was like just like a normal like piano in the background or something. So I got this loop right here from Yo Benji, and it already was in D minor, that loop, so I just kept it at that. It fit perfectly. There's also like a trumpet as well, part of the sample, and this is how it sounds like. And as you can see on the piano, there's not much, just some EQ on there and a bit of reverb, and that was it. So yeah, that's all I did for like the whole samples and all that for like the melody. So that's all I did. I just added in his sample from Yo Benji, and I just showed you how I did that sample from JMB Juvie. And after that, I was done. So the next thing I did was I just went straight to the drums, and the first thing I did was I added this clap right here. I layered that clap with this snare right here. After I had that, I went over to add these hi-hats right here. After I added that, I also added these 808s right here. And yeah, these 808s were just following the root notes of the piano and nothing else. So all these things until now just have no effects on it. I added this open hat, pretty much hitting every time the 808 hits, just to make it like hit like better. Then I added this open hat right here that actually has a tiny bit of reverb on it, and this is how it sounds like. Next up, I added this snare right here and played a bit with the velocity right here, but nothing too crazy, just a simple snare. Then the last thing I added was this bass right here, again following the root notes of the piano, and this is how it sounds like. So that was it. That's already the whole beat right there, as you can see. So it's pretty simple how you do it. And yeah, as I said, the hardest thing is pretty much just finding the tempo. As soon as you've got that, render it out and just put it on time by pressing stretch, and that way you've already like done the most important part. Then if you find like a good melody to put with it, put that with it, or make your own melody to add in, you know, just figure that out and then just put some drums on there and you're done. So yeah, this will be right there. If you have any questions, you know, let me know in the comments down below. If you have any suggestions for any videos you want to see, also let me know. But other than that, subscribe, like, all that stuff, and peace.